Hey, welcome back. My name is Ralph. I'm your yoga teacher. Today we have another class that is for people who have been practicing for some time. So if you're in the intermediate phase of your yoga classes, feel free to join. If you do want to challenge though, it's not too intense. We'll be doing some Warrior Is, Sun Salutations, and a little bit of power-infused yoga. So feel free to join if you want more of a challenge, and let's get started. It's gonna be about 25-30 minutes. So find your mat, get something comfortable on, and let's get started. If you have blocks, please feel free to use them. I've been starting to use blocks more, so please feel free to use them. Just come to the top of your mat, placing both feet down onto the mat, just pressing equally through both feet, all four corners, and bring your hands to heart center, closing down the eyes. And start to deepen the breath, breathing in through the nose and exhale through your nose as well. Start to relax the shoulders a bit, down the back. Relax the face, between the eyes, unclench the jaw. Be aware of some of the noises in your surroundings, maybe the room you're in, maybe you can hear outside, maybe you are outside. Just start to take note of the surrounding environment. Continue deepening the inhale and extend the exhale through the nose. And start to set an intention for your practice today, whether you're practicing in the morning, the afternoon, maybe the evening. Start to release some of the previous thoughts you've had before you got onto your mat. One more deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. It always feels good to me. Big breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And as we practice today, just try to breathe in and out through the nose. If you need to catch a breath through the mouth, through your exhale, please feel free to do so. But try to challenge yourself a bit, breathing in and out through the nose. And let's bring our hands by our side. And let's raise on up to extended mountain pose. So inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. You can bring your hands together or straight up, pointing your gaze to that top thumbs. Keep reaching up, pulling the lower ribs in, pressing down through the feet. Stay here through the exhale. Good, breath in. And exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale to a halfway lift, so lift the eyes, lift the chest. You can also bring the hands onto the shins to create a flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale back all the way up to extended mountain pose. Inhale. Stay here through the exhale. Continue pulling in those low ribs. Good, breath in. And exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lift the eyes, lift the chest. Exhale, step back to high plank. Come down to the knees. Keep the toes curled. Shift the weight back into the hips and dive through the hands for baby cobra. Tops of the legs are on the mat. Same with the tops of the feet. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. So come up to the knees, curl the toes, and shoot the hips back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Pedal out the feet if you need to. Move the hips. Point your gaze between the feet or toward the navel. That's breath 2.
Good, and last breath. Inhale, walk both hands back toward the feet. Keep the knees bent. And grab both elbows for ragdoll. Keep pressing down to the feet, pointing the top of the head toward the mat, reaching the crown down. Good, and continue holding on to the elbows, and we're just going to come all the way back up to extended mountain pose, but keep holding on to the elbows. Just a slow spinal curl all the way up. Holding onto the elbows, lift the elbows up. And exhale, stay here. Inhale, side bend over towards your right. So your right elbow is going to reach down, your left elbow is going to reach up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, bend over toward your left, right elbow is reaching up. Continue holding onto the elbows. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, release the arms all the way up now, fingers to the ceiling. And exhale, fold. Couple breaths here in Uttanasana. Pedal out the feet here, open up the backs of the legs. So basically you just lift the heels off the mat. Good, and find stillness. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Lift the eyes, lift the chest. Exhale, back to high plank. Walk the hands to the top of the mat, press down through the hands. Find your breath. And downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 breaths. Pedal out the feet one more time. Wake up the calves. That's 2 breaths. Good, last breath. Nice. Inhale, lift on up to the toes, bend the knees, walk to the top of the mat for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Extend the mountain pose all the way up, inhale. And exhale, let's keep moving, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breath in. Step back to high plank, down to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, press down through the hands. Tops of the feet are on the mat. You can lift the eyes. Exhale for downward facing dog, shoot the hips back. Extend out through the waist. Pressing down on the inner edges of the hands. That's 2 breaths. Good, and 3. Inhale, halfway lift. Step to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Extend the mountain pose all the way up. Breathe in. Exhale again, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathing in. Step back to high plank, down to low plank. Exhale, upward facing dog, breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find the breath. Focus your gaze. Wrap the armpits in towards each other. Good, inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky for 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee and stack your right hip over the left hip. So really open up that right inner hip. Point your gaze between that right armpit. Good, back to 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step the right knee and right foot to the top of the mat for low lunge. Staying on the fingertips. Good. Step back. Right leg goes all the way back up to 3-legged dog. And exhale, release. Let's go to the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee. Stack it over the right hip. Pointing your gaze underneath that left armpit. Pressing down equally through both hands. Inhale back to center. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot through for that low lunge. Keep reaching your right heel back, lifting the right knee off the mat. Find the breath here, find the breath. Good, now step back. Three-legged dog, left side. Inhale. Exhale, bring that left leg back down to downward facing dog. And halfway lift. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold in. Extended mountain pose all the way up. Breathing in. And exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Halfway lift. High plank, down to low plank. Exhale. Upward facing dog, breathing in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Three-legged dog, right side. Inhale. Step your right foot to the top of the mat for Warrior I. Spin your back foot down so the heel meets the mat. Raise both arms up to the sky. Keep a bend in your right knee. Pointing your gaze forward. Finding the breath. Strong, active right knee. This is really good for your knees here. So if you have any knee problems or maybe a previous athlete, dancer, this is great for your knee. Keep pressing down through that outer edge of that left foot. And relax the shoulders down the back. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the right foot. Step back to three-legged dog, right side. And exhale, release. Good. Breathing in. Inhale, three-legged dog, left side. Exhale, step the left foot, Warrior I, left side. Spin that back foot down, raise both arms up to the sky. So same thing, opposite side. Find your breath. In and out through the nose. Really track that left knee over the left foot. Kind of imagine you're spreading the mat apart with both feet. Kind of have that awareness with the feet, with the body in your alignment. And most importantly, as always, find the breath. So breathing in and exhale, bring the arms down, frame the left foot, step back to three-legged dog, left side. Good. Lower that left leg to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Downward facing dog. That's 1. And last 1. That's 2. Good. Walk that right hand toward the center. Bring your right foot on the outer edges of that right hand and kind of jump that left foot on the outer edges of that left hand and come down to Malasana squat. So deep yogi squat. Maybe catch your breath a little bit here from holding some of those poses, those postures. Bring the eyes closed if you need to. One of my favorite yoga poses, Malasana squat. It can tell a lot about a person's health as they age. You can continue to squat and reach the butt down toward the mat as you age. It's a really great sign. So Definitely encourage you to get some squats in, whether a yogi squat, maybe you're in the gym, always squat. Good, release the hands, stay in a Malasana squat, but release the hands down, palms facing up. Drop the chin toward the chest. And just trying to relax the shoulders, relax the neck, the head. If you need to pull back out of this, feel free to do so. A few more breaths. Good, and let's release. Placing both hands on the mat, lift the hips up, heel toe the feet in toward each other to hip width apart to a halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Extend the mountain pose all the way up. Inhale. Stay here through the exhale. Breathing in. And Uttanasana one more time here. So fold all the way down. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. And let's lower down for a count of 5. All the way down to the chest. So 5, lower down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Release the tops of the toes on the mat. Place both hands outside part of the mat on your fingertips. And let's come into a wide cobra here. So press down to the fingertips. And press up. Really work the low back. Pressing down through the quads, pressing down through the tops of the feet, and dropping your shoulder down your back. A few more breaths here. Last breath. Good, and release. Placing both hands underneath the shoulders. Pressing on up to all fours. And we'll come into a closed-legged child's pose. So bring the knees and the thighs together. Keep the arms extended toward the top of the mat. Bring your forehead down onto the mat. And as soon as you make contact with your forehead, bring both arms reaching behind you, palms facing up. So this child's pose helps reverse some of that action we just did with that Cobra pose we did, the extended hands on the outer edges of the mat. So coming into child's pose is always a great thing to do, just to reverse some of it. And if you ever do have some back issues or strain or any kind of lower back issues, child's pose, whether it be wide-legged, closed-legged, is always helpful. Good, and let's release. Coming on down to one side of the thighs. Let's extend both legs down the mat. Paschimottanasana, just a seated forward fold. So inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. You can catch the toes. Maybe you want to catch the outer edges of the feet or the shins, or maybe you don't get too far, and that's completely fine. Try to bring your chin down toward your chest. And really feel that opening up on the back part of the neck, the lower back part of the neck. Find the breath. Got about 10 breaths here. Keep pressing down through the backs of the legs, both feet, both toes pointing up. And if you feel your back rounding quite a bit, just pull back some. You're still going to get the effect that it needs, but when you overdo it with that rounding, it's just alignment. Just paying attention to your alignment. So just pull back if you need to. And the more consistent you are, the more you'll see that you'll start to fold a little bit deeper as time goes on. Got about 5 more breaths. In and out through the nose. Last breath. See if you can go a little bit further through the exhale. See if your body can reach forward. Maybe the head comes further down toward the knees. And release. Good. I know that feels good. And let's scoot forward, coming down to the back. Squeezing both knees into the chest. Nice, and release. Placing both feet down onto the mat, stacking your knees and your ankles, and let's come to bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips up, press down to the feet, interlace the hands underneath the bottom. Keep pressing down equally through all four parts of the foot. So that top right corner, top left corner, bottom right corner, bottom left corner. Keep pressing down equally. Lifting the hips. 5 more breaths. Last breath. Good, and release. Reach both legs up to the sky. Grab the backs of the knees. And just simply reaching the feet up toward the sky. If you can grab the toes, feel free to do so. But just make sure you continue pressing down through the back, lower back, in that pelvis area. So if we reach up to grab the toes, I can do it just a tad bit. But if it starts to pull a little bit too much, just back off, ease off. No reason to overdo it. Continue listening to the body. Maybe you're holding onto the calves, hamstrings, whatever feels best for you. About 5 more breaths here. Last breath, in and out through the nose. And exhale, knees coming to the chest, squeeze. And let's come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the feet together, pressing the soles together, knees drop outwards, coming into a butterfly position. Both palms facing up. Find the breath. Really focus on deepening the breath. So when you inhale, really imagine the breath going down into the low belly, the groin area, inner hips. Deep breath in and exhale through the nose. Extend it. And again, breathing in. Exhale. Three more, just like that. Deep belly breath in. Exhale. And again. Last deep inhale. Really extend the inhale. And exhale. Good, close the butterfly, knees and thighs coming together. Bring the knees back into the chest. And let's drop the knees over to the right side of the body, right side of the mat. Reach that left hand away from you. Point your gaze toward the left hand. And that right hand can come on top of the left knee, outer part of the left thigh, just to pull the hips down, knees down just a bit. And when we come out of this, so both knees will come to the center, use your abdominals, use your core to pull the knees up. Use your core to pull the knees up. And then we'll exhale, drop it over to the left. 2 more breaths here. And so inhale, bring the knees up. Use the core. Exhale, drop it over toward the left. Point your gaze over to the right. Continue deepening the breath. It may feel a little restrictive here with the torso being twisted, but continue breathing. Feeling where it goes. A few more breaths here. Last breath. Good, and let's bring the knees back up. Use the core. Squeeze the knees into the chest one last time. And let's extend both legs down the mat for shavasana. Reaching the legs down, both arms and hands reaching away from you, palms facing up, bring down the eyes. And start to slow the breath. The mind starts to wander, just start to count the breath as it goes in and out. Focusing on where it goes. Your breath count. And just start to relax the body here. Fall into the mat. Unclench the fingers, the hands. Relax your shoulders. Down toward the hips. The knees, allow the feet to drop outward. As you stay in shavasana for as long as you need to. I appreciate you for practicing with me today. Remember to smile. Remember to smile. And I'll see you in the next class. Namaste.